Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great privilege and pleasure to join you today as we open what will hold the present and future of medical innovation and healthcare in the world. But the Global Center for Health Innovation is going to do more than just that. It will provide education and commerce, as well as showcasing the medical mecca that Northeast Ohio has become. It will be the one-stop shop for healthcare leaders from around the world to come, learn, and purchase state-of-the-art tools and technologies, some of which are produced right here in our own backyard. For more than 15 years, I have covered the medical scene in Northeast Ohio. I have watched this city become a world leader in research, biotechnology, and attract some of the greatest medical minds in the world. The center is the next step that once again sets us apart and will make us a sought-after city for medical conventions and research summits. It will provide a much-needed vaccine for Cleveland's economy. And I look forward to watching it evolve and bring you great stories of the science and patient-centered improvements that are happening right here and will literally change millions of lives. Today is just phase one, meaning there is much more to come. This afternoon, beginning at 3, you will have the opportunity to take a tour and see for yourself. But first, we must thank the city leaders and medical visionaries who've helped make this building and project a reality. Please welcome County Executive Ed FitzGerald, who will talk about what it took to bring this project to fruition and what it means to Greater Cleveland.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming. We broke ground. I'm going to be brief, but just to go over a few of the milestones of how we got here in the first place. We broke ground officially just a few days after the county council and myself were sworn into office in January of 2011. After 29 months of construction, we were able to complete this 1.3 million total square footage of the Global Center for Health Innovation in the Cleveland Convention Center. There were 3,300 construction employees who worked on this project, and they did a fabulous job. I still remember, some of you have heard me tell the story before, but we had a ceremony at one point when we were topping off the building, I believe, and we were having a ceremony out there, and we were giving optimistic speeches that everything was going to be finished on time and under budget. And there was a gentleman who was working on the project who was sitting up on one of the beams and started heckling us and saying it was never going to open on time and it was going to be empty when it did. And I've always invited him back to these ceremonies. I haven't seen him since that. But if you probably had to take a poll or a vote of how many people believed his pessimistic view of what was going to happen versus our optimistic view, he probably would have won that vote or done very, very well. Because as I've said before, we had some moments in this community's history where we lost our confidence, and it would have been easy for us to just do what was expected of us. This project was not expected of us. There weren't a lot of people who were betting on Greater Cleveland to take this kind of risk and then be able to bring it in under budget and ahead of schedule and with the kind of quality and the depth of tenants that you see participating in this facility today. It took some people with vision to conceive of this. I don't know if former Commissioner Hagan is here today, but he was on the public side, he was one of those people that believed in the potential of Cleveland to reinvent itself around the medical sector. And for those of us in the new county government, basically the baton was passed to us and we had to make sure that we completed the race. And today is a big step in completing that race. This project really is a testament, I think, to that power of collaboration and partnership. We owe a particular debt of gratitude, I think, to the local healthcare leadership and the local business community, particularly those who agreed to serve on our Medical Mart Advisory Board, which we set up a few months after taking office. I want to there's a long list, so this is going to be incomplete. but I want to recognize industry leaders such as Cardinal Health, Cisco, HIMSS, Johnson Control, Medtronic, Philips Healthcare, STERIS, Bioenterprise, the Sisters of Charity, University Hospitals, the Cleveland Clinic, Metro Health, GE Healthcare Systems, Foundation Medical Partners. I'm skipping a lot, but I think you can tell just by that partial list that our aspirations for having the right partners involved, both public, private, and nonprofit, those aspirations were fulfilled. I also want to recognize the very excellent work of MMPI, who shepherded a very complicated project from construction, really conception to construction to completion. And I also want to recognize SMG. We're very lucky to have one of the world's premier operators of these types of facilities as our new partner, and we're looking forward to them taking this to the heights again that we aspired in the beginning. I think what we're doing here is we're turning a page and we're starting a new chapter in Cleveland's history. People from all over the world are already attracted to Cleveland because of our reputation for healthcare and our core strengths of medical technology, education, and healthcare capabilities. The Global Center for Health Innovation is now going to establish a global brand where those strengths are going to be fostered and celebrated. I believe that it's going to be a catalyst for economic and community impact. With today's ribbon cutting, you're also witnessing our area leaders making a confident commitment to one of the strongest points of our local economy. We're already the home to 600 biomedical companies, including 10 of the top 18 medical device manufacturers in the country. Just in the last 2 years, 16 cardiovascular companies moved to the Northeast Ohio region. Our region's 27 colleges and universities offer more than 20 medical education programs. And there are now 66 major medical facilities just within Cuyahoga County, not including numerous subsidiary offices and clinics. And now with the Global Center for Health Innovation as the centerpiece of our world-class healthcare economy, Northeast Ohio is well on its way to becoming known as the nation's medical capital, if not the world's medical capital. One of the most exciting things about that is it's consistent with other development that is happening in the greater Cleveland area. It's fitting into this revival of a more interconnected Cleveland. And with the attached Cleveland Convention Center, we're also hoping to construct, just adjacent to here, a 650-room convention center hotel, largest hotel in Cleveland. That would not have been possible if this project hadn't been brought in under budget and ahead of schedule. So along with Mayor Jackson and the City of Cleveland, who have been our steadfast partners in this enterprise, we're going to remain committed not just to supporting the medical community in this facility, but a broader vision of a reinvigorated local economy and civic space. We're transforming Cleveland and Northeast Ohio in a way that really was only talked about or dreamed about for decades. And today's ribbon cutting is a concrete and historical step forward towards that transformation. And thank you to all of you who are joining us in the celebration and who helped make it a reality. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ed. Next, I would like to introduce our mayor, Frank Jackson, who can better explain what the center means to our city's economic future.
Good afternoon. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. This facility is a perfect connection between our healthcare industry and our technology and innovation. It really is a great tool that will connect the two in a way that really positions Cleveland for the future. And not just Cleveland, but the entire region. That would not have been possible without a lot of work from a lot of people. But I want to give special recognition to the county executive, because Executive FitzGerald, because he made sure that it was on time, ahead of time, on budget, state of the art, and that was programmed in a way that would better guarantee success of this facility for this region. So again, congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Jackson. Now I'd like to welcome Dr. Toby Cosgrove, President and CEO of Cleveland Clinic. Dr. Cosgrove played an integral and critical role in the history of medical innovation and this project. His vision and commitment to Cleveland's reputation as a medical mecca has impacted not only what is happening today, but also our city's future, as well as dramatically changing the landscape and reputation of Cleveland Clinic as a global center for care. Dr. Cosgrove.
Thank you, Monica. Good afternoon, all. This is a milestone in a long journey. 10 years ago, we proposed a new kind of medical showplace for Northeast Ohio. We envisioned a state-of-the-art building dedicated to innovation and supported by all of Greater Cleveland's healthcare institutions. It was an idea whose time has come. Over the years, I have made many trips overseas on behalf of the Cleveland Clinic and learned that Northeast Ohio is known for two things: manufacturing and healthcare. We saw an opportunity to leverage that reputation to create something with a real benefit for our communities, something that would bring people to downtown Cleveland from around the world. Cuyahoga County officials saw we had a rare opportunity to create two civic landmarks at once: a global center for health innovation and a renovated convention center. The two spaces complement one another and enhance each other's features. They will be a worldwide calling card for Cuyahoga County, Cleveland, and all of our attractions. The reality has surpassed our expectations. The Global Center for Health Innovations is the finest medical showplace in the world. It is a symbol of where Northeast Ohio stands today and where we're going. It highlights our regional reputation for innovation and patient care. Every hospital and medical center in Northeast Ohio shares our pride today. This center will support medical innovation for better patient care today and for years to come. My congratulations to all of you, the people of Cuyahoga County, and my thanks to all of you who worked so hard to make this happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Cosgrove. Next, I would like to introduce Sister Judith and Karam, former president and CEO of Sisters of Charity Health System. Sister was recently elected as congregational leader for the Sisters of Charity of St. Augustine. She is a member of the Catholic Health Association Board of Directors and served on the Cuyahoga County panel of medical industry and business leaders that oversaw the development of the Global Center for Health Innovation. Sister.
Thank you very much, Monica. I am very grateful to be here on behalf of the Sisters of Charity Health System and our CEO, Terry Kessler, and the Sisters of Charity of St. Augustine. This is truly a celebration of the opening of the Global Center for Health Innovations. It's a celebration of collaboration among the health systems in this community and among many, many more, as we have a vision here that today really has become a reality. So when I say celebrate, this is a celebration. We stand here as the four major health systems in this community in collaboration and support of this wonderful, wonderful vision. We are proud of our collective commitment to innovation and serving with the highest quality the healthcare needs of this community. By this center, there is no question that we are also serving the healthcare needs of our world. The technology represented here, the continued research and continued search for knowledge, and the modeling of different healthcare delivery systems really have an impact on the entire world. So this is a true moment of celebration and, in our jargon, holy ground that we're celebrating today. I have to admit, as we signed the final beam, the topping off ceremony, I was right behind Mayor Jackson. He signed his name, gave me the pen, and I signed a couple sentences, I have to admit. You might have also signed your own name, but I signed a couple sentences. I signed it as the Sisters of Charity of St. Augustine, who came here in 1851 to provide Catholic health care and continues to provide health care to this community up to this day. Our health system includes 5 acute care hospitals, 2 elder care facilities, our Sisters of Charity foundations of Cleveland, Canton, and South Carolina, and our community outreach ministries with one healing mission, all the same, caring for God's people. We have a bold vision of being a beacon of hope to so many people, devoted to healing and addressing the unmet needs of individuals and of communities. We provide our care holistically, not only concerned about the physical healing, but also the emotional healing, the spiritual healing, and addressing all needs, unmet needs. So being here is really reflective of our mission. Our hospitals that include St. Vincent Charity here in Northeast Ohio, Mercy Medical Center, and also our partnership regarding St. John Medical Center with University, we're all about healing. And that is truly what this center is all about. It's really about a devotion to healing. We really are committed to creating a lasting impact on our communities. We have been about trying to assure health access to all of the people because of our beliefs. Our goal as a collective health system is to continue to fight and to continue to be responsive to unmet needs, as we have done since 1851. I am very proud to stand here along with our partners, with the 4 healthcare systems that serve this community. I am very proud that this gives us an opportunity to look at ways that further collaboration can take place and that we can continue the wonderful work that's done in this community and continue to bless not only Northeast Ohio, but to continue to bless our world that we have been called to serve. So thank you very much. I have been honored to be part of this project for many years, and I just am so proud to be standing here with all of these collaborators who really have made this happen. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister. Our next speaker has only been in town since June, but has already integrated himself and adopted our city as his own. Dr. Akram Boutros is CEO of Metro Health Medical Center and is a visionary. His goal is simple: to make our county hospital the best in the nation and an example of efficiency of health reform. Some may think it's a daunting task. It certainly is. But his common sense approach to leadership is already making a difference at a time it is most needed. Dr. Boutros.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you all for being here. First, I'd like to thank the people who've made the Global Center for Health Innovation a reality. I especially want to thank County Executive FitzGerald, Mayor Jackson, and my colleagues throughout the city. We're standing here today in the midst of an abundant healthcare community. We have known for many decades that Cleveland is a center of health innovation and advanced patient care. And thanks to my colleagues who are on the stage, Cleveland has become known nationally and internationally for the health care we offer. Today, though, we are taking a bigger step, inviting all who have an interest in any facet of medicine to take advantage of the knowledge that can be gained by visiting the Global Center for Health Innovation. Monica mentioned our vision. I'd like to tell you what our mission is at the Metro Health System. It's leading the way to a healthier you and a healthier community through service, teaching, discovery, and teamwork. The Global Center parallels Metro Health's mission, and much of the success of the Global Center will be due to the impressive collaboration and teamwork that brings us together today to provide the innovation and the education that leads to improved healthcare delivery. Metro Health's presence here is a commitment to innovation in the healthcare delivery, focused on improving how providers, businesses, consumers, and the government interact to achieve better health, better experience, and better value. Our focus on this type of innovation is exemplified by our Medicaid expansion, which is now available to 30,000 people in Cuyahoga County who had not had medical coverage for years. This type of research will enable us to know the whole patient, help us contribute to the efficient and compassionate care, and to providing high-quality health. There's a lot to be proud of in Cleveland: our outstanding cultural offerings, our many distinguished institutions of higher learning, and our beautiful housing and our collegial nature. We also can be very proud of the high standard of our medical community and the strides in improving patient experience and outcome while decreasing costs and increasing access. This is certainly one example of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Boutros. Next, please welcome Thomas Zenty III, CEO of University Hospitals. In the last decade, Mr. Zenty has spearheaded the growth of the UH system, helped to augment clinical research, and expand community benefit contributions, including 2 new hospitals. He has supported this project from the beginning and serves on its advisory panel, and UH, along with Philips Healthcare, is also a tenant.
Well, good afternoon, and it is indeed a pleasure to be here today, which is a very momentous day for a lot of reasons. You know, as I say in many forums, and I think my colleagues on the stage would agree, we live in one of the finest healthcare cities, not just in the United States, but in the world. And frequently, we're asked, are there ways in which we could collaborate together? And I think today we're sitting in the very building that can point to that collaboration. This is a clear physical manifestation of the fact that we all are working very well together to make the vision that was created here a reality. And it's an honor to be here to represent over 20,000 physicians, leaders, caregivers, volunteers, and employees at university hospitals. UH and our partners at Philips Healthcare are proud to be charter tenants of the Global Center for Health Innovation. In fact, I just had a chance to walk through our space. And together we will showcase innovative imaging technology in use and in development by Philips, as well as by other Ohio biomedical organizations. University Hospitals has a long-standing collaboration with Philips, and several years ago we established the Global Advanced Imaging Innovation Center, which is a partnership between Philips, University Hospitals, and Case Western Reserve University, which brings together scientists and physicians to test and evaluate new imaging technologies. Through our $40 million center, the latest Philips healthcare imaging equipment is brought to University Hospitals Case Medical Center for development, validation of clinical efficacy, and product release. I'd like to recognize Dominic Smith, the General Manager and Vice President of Computed Tomography at Philips Healthcare, who is also here today, and commend Philips as a great partner in moving innovative technology more quickly into the patient care setting to help improve the health care of patients in Ohio and throughout the world. Our collaborative space in this new center highlights how our organizations work together to focus on providing exceptional patient care. Visitors will discover the latest tools and technologies for diagnosing and healing patients, both by what they will see on this site, as well as by visiting not only university hospitals, but all hospitals represented today, so that they can actually see equipment in operation. At university hospitals, we believe this place we celebrate today is much more than a showcase of health products and services. We see it as an important investment in the health and vitality of our community, where thousands more people will visit our region each year and discover Cleveland's clinical and research expertise, as well as our hospitality. They will go home impressed by this Global Center for Health Innovation and Cleveland itself, and they will share their memories with business associates and friends. This promise of invigoration is why we at University Hospitals are enthusiastic about the Global Center for Health Innovation. It will help to build Northeast Ohio's emerging brand as a global healthcare capital. University Hospitals is committed to leadership in saving lives and in improving Northeast Ohio's quality of life. And we welcome the Global Center for Health Innovation as we achieve the University Hospital's mission to heal, to teach, and to discover. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zenty. Now, please welcome to the podium another one of the first committed tenants of the Global Center, GE Healthcare, one of the world leaders in medical technologies and equipment that have been saving lives for years. Please welcome Tom Gentile, CEO of GE Healthcare.
Thank you very much, Monica, and it is a pleasure to be here. Let me congratulate again Executive FitzGerald and Mayor Jackson on a truly outstanding facility. I've been on the advisory board for the last 18 months, and I've had the chance to take several tours of the center while it was in various stages of construction. And I have to say the end product is absolutely spectacular. It's stunning. The way we're going to use it is we're going to use it as a laboratory to look at how we can connect our technologies across different disease states, like neurology, oncology, and cardiology. GE has a broad portfolio that has hardware, wetware, software, and service solutions. And what we'll look to do is look at how those technologies can improve the patient pathway through the continuum of care from screening, diagnostics, staging, therapy, and monitoring for each of those disease states. So for example, upstairs in our booth on the second floor for neurology, we'll highlight some of the work we're doing in Alzheimer's disease, and we'll show a PET CT and the way we can image the beta amyloid plaque that could be a precursor to dementia. We'll show a project that we're doing with the National Football League on traumatic brain injury and how advanced brain scanning can assist with that. In the area of cardiology, we're going to showcase some of our scanners that can help out in the cath lab. Now, unfortunately, the scanner that we plan to show isn't there yet. It's an Innova 3100. It's coming from France. It's stuck in customs during the government shutdown, but we're confident that we will get it out. And in the area of oncology, we're going to showcase breast cancer, a patient pathway. An individual, Grace, fourth grade teacher in her 40s. She has a particular physiology, she has a particular set of risk factors and a particular type of disease. And so her pathway through the continuum of care in breast cancer will be different. We'll show the different technologies that GE can bring to bear. The other thing we want to do is highlight the GE footprint in Ohio. In Ohio, GE has over 10,000 employees. We're very proud of our aviation business down in Cincinnati, but right here in Cleveland, we have our lighting business. And so GE Lighting has done all of the lighting in our facility, the most advanced healthcare lighting. Just last year, Neela Park celebrated its 100th anniversary, and they had a time capsule which they dug up, and there were 3 incandescent light bulbs in that time capsule. All 3 of them worked. Now, we don't have any incandescent light bulbs upstairs, they're all LED, but it highlights the technology that we have here in Cleveland. Healthcare has 2 factories. One does refractory products for X-ray components, and the other does radiofrequency coils for our MR. And we're proud to showcase and highlight some of the products that they make right here in Cleveland. So this facility for us is going to be a laboratory for how we connect our technologies across the continuum of care. It will showcase how we advance the cost, quality, and access for healthcare, and we are very proud to be a part of the Global Center for Health Innovation in Cleveland. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gentile. Next, another tenant and supporter of this facility is STERIS. You may know them for hand sanitizers, but they are also known for medical equipment, for operating rooms, emergency rooms, ambulatory surgery centers. That's just some of the things that they do. Please welcome President and CEO of STERIS, Tim Chapman.
Thank you, Monica. Again, I'm Tim Chapman. I'm president of STERIS Corporation and their healthcare divisions. I've also been a member of the advisory board for the past 18 months or so, and it's been a great privilege. But I've been a citizen of this community for nearly 30 years. And if you reflect back 30 years ago in the early 80s, healthcare was one of several elements of the engine of growth in Northeast Ohio. But I think we can stand here today and credibly state that healthcare is the economic foundation an engine for growth for Northeast Ohio for the decades to come. I'm often asked by STERIS employees, by our customers, and by the media, why is STERIS being part of the Global Center for Healthcare Innovation? And the answer you've heard from my colleagues here is all around mission, alignment of mission. At STERIS, my colleagues wake up every single day with one mission in mind: to help make a difference for the OR staff, operating room staff, the sterile processing staff, the infection control staff, the GI staff, the folks taking care of your loved ones. Make a difference in their lives so they have solutions to help improve quality and productivity and safety of our loved ones and our family members. The Global Center has a very similar mission. They'll allow folks like us and GE and HIMSS to bring to life what we're trying to do so that people who come here can actually see what the future of healthcare looks like. In addition, we're very excited about our Global Solution Center. 2 years ago, we opened a Global Solution Center in Mentor, Ohio, and it was designed to do one very simple task: to let healthcare leaders know what an OR of the future looks like, what a sterile processing suite of the future looks like, what a GI suite looks like. And now we have 200 customers coming to Northeast Ohio every year, and they'll have the opportunity to visit this great center along the way. It's incredibly exciting, and it's a privilege to be a part of the center. And one of the folks who will be a part on the second floor right above us, this great facility. The other thing is, under Jim Bennett's leadership early on, the advisory committee said, we've really got to do a student body left. The mission of the Global Center needs to be around educating, continually educating future healthcare employees. Every day, STERIS wakes up saying our responsibility is to educate OR staff, sterile processing staff, infection control staff. How can we help them become better? Each year, STERIS brings scores and scores of people to Northeast Ohio, and we train them up. We're going to use this facility to do that. Every year, STERIS brings the leading thinkers in global sterilization to Northeast Ohio. We're going to do that right here. We have multiple sales forces. In fact, this month, our U.S. Endoscopy Global Sales Force will have their national sales meeting in this facility. STERIS is the title sponsor of CleanMed 2014, a conference that will be occurring here in Cleveland. And we're going to use our facility and our Solution Center to really help folks understand how in the operating room, the sterile processing suite, and the GI suite, we are absolutely committed to environmental stewardship and sustainability. Let there be no doubt, we at STERIS will be a frequent flyer of the Global Center of Health Innovation. Of that, we have no doubt. When I reflected on the comments today about healthcare and the leaders that are up here on this stage, I'm very bullish about the future of Northeast Ohio. I'm bullish because we have colleagues here, and many who are not here, who are really looking at how to deliver care in a more efficient, a safer, and a family-centered way. Family-centered way. So if you think about the Global Center and you think about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, these two facilities have placed Cleveland right where it should be, the center of the world in terms of attention associated with healthcare. At STERIS, we're extraordinarily proud of being part of the Global Center for Health Innovation, and we look forward to collaborating with the new administration, with Jim, and all of you to make healthcare our future success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chapman. Next, please welcome Steve Lieber, CEO of HIMSS, a global cause-based nonprofit organization focused on better health through information technology.
Thank you, Monica. As each person has stepped up here, you might have noticed an almost imperceptible pause to look around and take it all in. This is the culmination of years of vision and leadership. And I want to congratulate County Executive FitzGerald, County Council President Connolly, Mayor Jackson, Jim Bennett, and the Global Center Director of Operations and Programming, Barbara McBee, who was critical in the day-to-day efforts to get us in upstairs on time. I thank all of you for your leadership and your vision. You really have done a fantastic job. I'm a little late to the party. I blew into town just short of 12 months ago, the same night that Superstorm Sandy hit. And it should have been perhaps something of an auspicious introduction to Cleveland. The next day, I walked through this very space you're sitting in and sacrificed a nice pair of dress shoes to the muddy floor that's now covered by this wonderful carpeting and great room. But it really was a very significant introduction to Cleveland. And today on the 4th floor of the Global Center for Health Innovation, we're opening the HIMSS Innovation Center, where we will be demonstrating the value of information technology and information exchange to patients, clinicians, and all stakeholders. We launched our Innovation Center here for 3 reasons. First, we consider this space a global center of excellence. Here, all stakeholders will work together to test IT systems across the continuum of care to ensure health information can securely and under appropriate circumstances be exchanged electronically with patients, their caregivers, hospitals, clinical practices, retail clinics, pharmacies, payers, public health, and researchers. The simulation area that we are creating will be able to be accessed both physically here in the center and virtually, making the HIMSS Innovation Center truly global in scope. Our simulation allows buyers, users, and vendors to experience demonstrations of how various IT systems securely and appropriately electronically exchange health information. And the technology showcase that is also a part of our space features health and technology innovations from all over the world. Our second reason is the center provides a collaborative setting, certainly as illustrated by the speakers this afternoon, a philosophy which is also vital to HIMSS, the spirit in which we engage in all of our activities. Our collaborators help support the value and benefits IT brings to patient care. And without our collaborators, it would be impossible to demonstrate the interoperability of health IT systems, and we appreciate their commitment and engagement. Included with us are Lego Health, the Office of the National Coordinator for Health IT, Fujitsu, IHE USA, ICSA Labs, Total Voice Technologies, Cardinal Health, Juniper Networks, and Concur. And thirdly, the Innovation Center creates a permanent facility for health IT demonstration and testing. Thus, this collaborative setting is truly a year-round destination for a variety of audiences, from patients, providers, and caregivers wanting to better understand the how sharing of health information actually works, to nonprofit or public sector stakeholders committed to seamless, accurate, and secure exchange, to consultants and vendors wanting to introduce new products and services. Our decision to be a part of GCHI follows 14 years of thought leadership and significant human resource and financial commitment by HIMSS dedicated to ensuring that the right information is available at the right time to the right patient. As a leader in interoperability, standards, and harmonization initiatives, launching the HIMSS Innovation Center furthers our cause to improve the quality, safety, cost-effectiveness, and access to care through the best use of information technology. We are proud to be here. I personally am honored to be up on the stage with your civic and healthcare leaders who are making this dream come true today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lieber. That concludes our speaking portion. Would you give our panel just another round of applause? At this time, it's time for the ribbon cutting. I would like to invite my media colleagues to come up front and get situated. And speakers, you will be able to grab your scissors.
1, 2, 3.
That concludes this part of the program. Please, we invite you to go into the atrium for a reception, and also don't forget the tour begins at 3 o'clock, which is in just a few minutes. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy your tour and your day.